For as long as I've been in this Minecraft world, there's been one place that I've been putting off. Not because I couldn't go there, but because I knew what it meant if I did. The Nether isn't just another place you visit, it's something else entirely. It's a separate dimension, and everything about it is designed to work against you. The ground, the creatures, even the space itself. It's all hostile. And the weird thing is, everything I've done so far, all the mining, all the preparation, it's all been leading to this, whether I realized it or not. Because the Nether has things you just can't get anywhere else. Materials that change what you're capable of. Structures that lead to bigger things. And honestly, dangers that can end everything if you're not careful. And that's why I have been avoiding it. Because once you go in, you can't pretend you're just surviving anymore. At that point, you're progressing. So today, I'm finally doing it. I'm going to the Nether. So, of course, the first step to getting to the Nether is a Nether portal. And of course, we had to make one. So, conveniently, we do have a lava pool pretty close to our house. That's awesome. So, of course, we went there with a bucket of water and we poured water all over the lava because then we got obsidian and we built the portal. Or at least we tried.
Huh?
And then we tried again, and then we managed to build the portal. And we went through, and of course, we screwed up. We got lost. We got lost in the Nether, guys. I wanted to make like a warped fungus
Burger King foot
on a
lettuce
stick or whatever to
fungus.
get one of the striders. Like I brought a saddle along with me, and we just got lost and couldn't find the portal again. But we managed to find our way back to the portal after we saw some things in the Nether that didn't. I mean, I saw these piglins. I thought they were all trying to attack me, like they were all like targeting me or something. And then I went down to them, and they're just not. They don't care about me. I don't get it. Anyways, we wrote down the coordinates for the Nether portal, so that way we don't get lost again. I feel like that's the #1 thing you should do when you get to the Nether. So in the time that we were lost and we were actually exploring the Nether, we went ahead and mined some resources like quartz and gold and whatnot. And of course, gold is going to be useful in bartering with the piglins. I'm not exactly sure how that stuff works, but I'm certain that we're going to try to see what happens when we do it. And I think you get like ender pearls and whatnot. But I also encountered a ghast. And yeah, I fought the ghast and I won. I ended up catching fire, and I decided to use my water bucket to douse the flames. And yeah, I learned you can't do that in the frickin' Nether. But don't worry, I survived. And we also fought a slime. And you know, these creatures, you would think they'd be a lot more tough to kill, especially in like hardcore mode. But it's just nothing really. You kill them and they die like everything else. Now, I don't want to understate the fact that there are actually very difficult mobs to fight in the Nether. There's going to be things like the blazes and the wither skeletons, and of course the piglins with like axes. I don't know. I think they're called piglin brutes. Man, it's gonna be pretty tough. But we're definitely going to encounter them in this episode of our playthrough. So I went ahead and got myself that warped fungus on a stick. I crafted it. And then I went up to some striders near the lava and wanted to tame them. Now, this was a process for me because, I mean, I'm right next to the lava and I'm playing hardcore. Okay, I want to ensure that I don't die here. I thought that what I needed to do was build my way towards them and then put a saddle on them and then get on top of them and do it that way. But it turns out you actually can bring the warped fungus out of your inventory, and they just come towards you like any other animal would. Like if you, you know, for example, had a pig, you could just whip out a carrot and it would follow you. I didn't know that. You know, I learned something new. But it's all Gucci now. We got ourselves a strider, so we're walking across the lava, baby, like Jesus did. So now we're exploring the Nether's like islands and whatnot, these biomes, and I love these biomes. They look awesome. They're just so much fun to explore. And I just went ahead and left my strider there by the lava and decided to explore this little island or whatever. And unfortunately, there wasn't much on the island. Of course, it's got soul sand, it slows you down. But I mean, yeah, at this point we're just looking for like a fortress or like anything, like a piglin sort of base or whatever they're called. I'm just trying to find any sort of loot or anything at this point. We walked over the lava to sort of another kind of biome, a red one. There's like, I noticed there's like a red forest and a green forest. Not too sure the different things that they have, the significance of them, but yeah, we just rode across the lava here with our strider to get to this place, and just nothing again, man. We took our strider into this like sort of underground area, and it's just nothing again. We ran into a dead end, so we turned around and we got back onto this sort of red biome and tried our best. We looked around and just left our strider shivering there waiting for us, and just nothing, man. It opens up in front of you and makes you realize how big the Nether really is, and there's just so much space to be explored. And at this point I'm feeling kind of hopeless. It sort of starts to sink in how big the Nether is. I mean, I started mining. I have no clue why I started mining. I really don't need the stuff. I ran into some piglins. It sort of got me thinking, you know, what is the lore behind all of this? Why are these piglins out here on, you know, this random island in the Nether? It's just weird that they would be all the way out here instead of in one of their kind of bases or whatever. And I was thinking maybe their insatiable lust for gold is what led them out here, and they're trying to conquer as much of the Nether as they can. And man, ultimately what it really came down to was me realizing just how big this place was and how much left I had to explore. I really just wanted to find like a fortress or a piglin base. Did I make a big mistake coming here? I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to keep playing and really hold on to hope that we don't die, because in hardcore mode you only get one chance. After what seemed like an eternity, we finally stumbled on to a Nether Fortress. Yes, a fortress, not a piglin base or whatever they're called. I really need to start looking up the names of this stuff, but it's a fortress, and it holds blazes and withers and chests and stuff like that. So basically, we fought a lot of these things. We killed a lot of blazes. I looked up how many blaze rods you need to be able to go to the end, and essentially it told me to be safe you need around 12. So I fought a lot of these guys, and there were very, very close calls. Close calls where I almost lost everything. Okay, I was sweating when I was fighting these guys. I mean, I was just trying my hardest. A lot of the times I could have just used my bow and arrow. I really don't know why I didn't use it. For some reason I just kept using my sword. I guess I'm just that type of a person where I like close-up combat. I don't know what it is. I guess it's my bane, especially in this situation where I was fighting these guys. You know, I fought the wither skeletons as well, and unfortunately none of them dropped any heads. I'm pretty certain that you need to get heads from them to create the wither boss. I don't know what it's called. Again, I need to look up all this stuff. I'll have it up in the video, of course, but none of them dropped wither skulls, so unfortunately we'll have to come back to the Nether eventually to be able to fight that boss. From what you can see, we definitely killed enough blazes that we'll be able to go to the end from here. So we're definitely set, and this fortress was easy, so we can wipe that off the list and we can move on to the next thing, which I think is going to be something related to piglins. We hopped back on our Strider and we decided to go and continue the adventure. And of course, it took a while. We explored far and wide, and there's a lot to see here in the Nether when you're just riding around on a Strider. The journey was very long in finding this Bastion remnant. And yes, I finally got the name. It's a Bastion remnant. I think there's numerous different kinds you can find, and I'm not sure if we're gonna go ahead and look for numerous different ones, but in the distance it finally showed up. We found a Bastion remnant. Alright, so I went ahead and I started my attack on the Bastion, and essentially what happened was I dominated the whole building and evacuated all those pigs out of there and just trampled all over them. Listen, man, I tried the bartering thing, okay? I tried to take it easy and get some ender pearls or whatever, but ultimately he was just giving me some crap items, and I said, screw it, I'm not dealing with this. I'm just gonna go ahead and kill endermen and get the ender pearls that way because I'm an absolute champion. So I decided to skip over the bartering completely, and I just annihilated these guys. I'm not gonna lie, this was probably the most scared I've been in this entire playthrough, where I literally was shaking in my boots. I was fighting these guys as carefully as I could. I mean, I had to watch every step that I was taking because there are like these holes in the floor where you can literally fall into lava that is 2 feet underneath you. It's crazy. I do want to explore more of these though. I did take as much time as I could with killing these guys, and I looted their chests, and I actually found a smithing template in one of the chests, and I thought that was pretty cool because we're gonna need that for netherite. And guess what? We're gonna go ahead and mine for netherite in this video as well because we're gonna need some serious armor upgrades, and I think that we're definitely going to look into getting some ancient debris, and that's going to be a trip because that's going to take a very long time. I think we're going to invest so much time in this Minecraft playthrough. I mean, I've done it before, but it takes a very long time to get all of the ancient debris and the netherite scraps and turn it into netherite ingots, and then put all that stuff together and get the netherite armor. It's crazy how much time and effort goes into getting this armor, but I think it will all be well worth it in the end because we will be completely decked out when we go and fight the dragon in the end. So I have a couple of options that I can think over. I can either look for more smithing templates in more bastions, or I can go ahead and just take the easy way and duplicate them and just keep doing that until I get 4 smithing templates, because you need 4 to ultimately build your entire netherite armor set. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day, because in the end, I've done bastions before, and
bro, what you looking at?
they are absolutely insane. They're full with all of these enemies, and it's almost just basically impossible to just find more smithing templates by going into these bastions, because I've been lucky so far in the fact that I've had smaller kind of bastions, and I've took my time with it and everything, and I killed the piglins real slow and with arrows and whatnot. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and duplicate the smithing templates back in the overworld, because it's time to, like I said, call it a day. I'm gonna ensure that we survive this hardcore survival playthrough, because I think what we need to do is play it safe and realize that we just can't do some things like go and fight all of these OP piglins and whatnot. It's just not happening. It's not gonna happen. But yeah, we're gonna basically make our netherite armor from here. We're gonna go ahead and start mining for ancient debris. So we did go ahead and decide to stop by some other biome in the Nether, and this one is called the Soul Sand Valley. I think this one is particularly interesting just because of how odd it is. There's actually skeletons in the biome. They're just like regular skeletons that you can fight. And when you're in the biome, it has like these weird noises. It's like just reminiscent of some sort of like voices and whatnot. It just sounds ghostish, if that makes sense. Just really scary, basically. And there's like these bones that are sticking out of the ground. This whole valley is made of soul sand, if that doesn't make it any worse. I mean, it's just like these bones are sticking out of the ground, and apparently these bones belong to some ancient large creatures that used to live in the Nether. That's really creepy. Where did these creatures go? It's just bones now. And I found like this weird just like block or whatever next to the bones, and apparently from what I looked up, it's a dried up ghast, and these things are just like dead ghasts or something. I mean, if you could take it away from what they're called, it's a dried up ghast, you know. It's just somehow dried up, and it's sitting next to these bones, and you can find them scattered around the Soul Sand Valley. And I mean, I thought that was pretty interesting. Again, I just thought it was something that added to the peculiarity of the biome. But I think with that said, I think I've covered the majority of the Nether. There's a lot more stuff to be discovered here and obtained from the Nether, but I think we're gonna call it good. I think we're gonna play it safe and actually survive our hardcore experience here, because like I said, I've experienced these bastions and they're just absolutely insane. You'll die immediately because those pigs with the axes, they're just insane, man. They kill you with like 3 swings. So yeah, we went ahead and mined for some ancient debris. I'm not gonna showcase it in this video, but I mean, why would I? It's just hours and hours of mining. But basically, we got all of that ancient debris. We used it to make netherite armor, and there it is. We're in our netherite armor. I have yet to build some netherite tools, but we'll do that eventually. I think I'm gonna call it a video here. I think I'm gonna end it here because there's not really much else to get into. I mean, there's a lot more I could get into. I think in general, I got the gist of what the Nether has to offer. I think with my next video, we're not necessarily going to go straight to the end because now we have netherite armor and everything. I think we're going to, you know, do other things with Minecraft. Possibly something to do with the ocean and the exploration that might have to offer. I think, you know, it would be interesting to explore the underwater portions of Minecraft and kind of learn a lot about the water, portion of Minecraft. I think it would be really interesting. Let me know down in the comments section below if you enjoyed the video and if you want to see something in the future related to underwater stuff. I don't know, or maybe something else completely. Just let me know. But if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like on it, and if you really enjoyed it, subscribe, please. It would be awesome if you did. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and have a wonderful day. See you in the next one.